Welcome to all you Taurian people out there. Welcome for your monthly horoscope for April 2015. And for some of you, happy birthday. For those who have a birthday around the end of April. But let's have a look at what the planets are doing. It's again a very busy month, and therefore I have made a separate video of the lunar eclipse. So the lunar eclipse at 4th of April, that will be happening in the sign of Libra. I have made a separate video if you want to know a bit more of that particular eclipse. Now, but what I'm going to tell you this month is not only about the eclipse, it's also about your ruler Venus, because Venus is doing some very interesting things and connections with Neptune and Saturn. But let's start with the eclipse. The eclipse is a lunar one, so that always means clearness. There's some clarity coming all of our way. And clarity, is it for the worse or for the good? That is up to every single person. For some it will be painful, for others it won't be. So you need to have a look at your personal chart to know that. These are only general horoscopes. But the thing is that this eclipse has nothing to do with Taurus. So what I'm trying to say is this eclipse is not so significant for you. The other thing that I'm going to mention about Venus is more significant for you. But of course, if you do have some other planets or progress planets in Libra or in Aries, even in Cancer and Capricorn, you will feel it. Now, so it's about things that become clear. It's about things that, you know, and especially with this energy of Uranus, it's about people that can liberate themselves if they want to, and it's also about freedom. And the Pluto-Uranus square is triggered actually by this eclipse. Now this is happening in your 6th house. And the 6th house is a very day-to-day house. You know, it's the house of your day-to-day routines that you do, from brushing your teeth to having a couple of meals a day and so on. So your routine. And for a lot of people, work is also routine. But it can also be health and pets. Now, whatever it is, there is some clearness coming your way. So, and another house is also triggered, because in lunar eclipses, it's not only the moon, it's also the sun in an opposite house, which is your 12th house, which is a bit of a hidden house. And the good thing about this eclipse is, although it is a bit restless energy, so yes, there could be for you some restlessness going on when it comes to work, when it comes to pets, when it comes to your health, in a way that there is a bigger understanding coming your way. And because there is a bigger understanding, you shift your direction. So that could happen with you as well. But what I do like very much about this eclipse is that it's all about this little asteroid who is called, I'm distracted a little bit, like the people who are coming in, and but I'm going to work. You know, these people are going to have a nice talk, and I'm going to work. And I'm doing this for Taurus, which is one of my favorite signs. Now, Taurus, what else is happening? This 6th house, it means that Psyche is an asteroid that is all about the soul and the spirit. And this Psyche is positioned now during the eclipse next to the sun, which is also soul and spirit. So it's a double whammy, if you like. So a lot of people will even have more clarity when it comes to 12th house issues. So for you, it's the things that are your blind spots. So there is some, so maybe, this could be a scenario out of 1,000 scenarios. Maybe something out of the unconscious pops up during a dream, during a meditation, that has been has been going on for years and years and years, has been being an old pattern of yours that's not been working anymore, and therefore it prompts you into 180 degrees of shift when it comes to your diet, for instance, or when it comes to your health in general, or when it comes to your work. You say, I had enough and I'm going to shift my job. For that could be a scenario, that could be the eclipse. Something is eclipsed that has to do with that 6th house energy. But I don't want to go too much in detail about this eclipse because I made a separate video of it. The thing that I think is more important for you is your ruler Venus, what she is doing. And Venus is shifting into Gemini as from the 12th of the month. And Gemini is in your 2nd house, which is your house, which is the house of the Taurian. And this is nice, this is good, because it's an opportunity for you Taurians if you want to improve your financial situation, if you want to improve your self-worth and work on your self-worth. Maybe it has to do with the 6th house, you know, maybe it has to do through a diet or through working on your health or doing some sports, I don't know, and therefore you gain a bit more of the confidence. And Venus in the 2nd house is very nice to gain more confidence. It's very nice to explore and to work more on the talents that you have in order for you to improve your job, your life in general. So Venus feels very, very good there in that 2nd house. It feels very comfortable there. And you will be also thinking about, some of you, about your finances, how you can improve it and how you can use your charm to get a bit more, maybe to get another job or to get something extra or to get a promotion or whatever. It's also, when Venus is in the 2nd, you can get a gift. But whatever it is, there is some tension going on as well. And that's around the middle of the month. It's only a couple of days. And it's only tension when you want too much and when you dream too much or when you haven't been working too much. So in other words, when you need to work a little bit harder. And when is that? Why is that? Because Venus is triggering Saturn and Neptune. And Saturn and Neptune are in a square, and Saturn is all about reality and hard work, and Neptune is all about dreaming. So for some of you it will mean stop dreaming when it comes to your financial situation, when it comes to your talents, when it comes to your confidence. Maybe you've been dreaming, oh yes, money will come along and I'll be fine. If that is the case, stop dreaming and start working harder. If it's the other way around, maybe you have been pushing too hard, wanting things too hard, wanting too much money, wanting to gain more confidence. If that is the case, you need to let go a little bit more. You need to go a bit more to the Neptune, which for you is in the 11th house of aspirations, and maybe you need to have a good time with your friends, for instance, and let loose a little bit. And because that is what you do, you attract what you were forcing a bit too much. So the Saturn and the Neptune is always about forcing things too much or not doing enough. It's either the one or the other, depending on your situation and context. So it's very important, if you really want to get what you want during this month and you feel that you've been pushing too hard, let go a little bit. If you feel that you've been dreaming too much, start working on it. That's basically the tip, or the growing process that you are going through. And so that's it. It's an interesting month. It's not a bad month in general for the Taurians, not at all. It's actually, if you want to achieve something that has to do with the 2nd house, like I just said, it's possible. But again, don't dream too much and don't force yourself too much, and you'll be fine. So thank you very much for listening. Have a very good month. Have a good birthday if it's your birthday, and see you next month. Bye bye.